One of the old cliches from the pulpit is you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? This Mary Phillips are timid toward day 3 of Bereshit in the beginning. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2, reading one verse today, verse 15, which says, And Yahweh Elohim took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and to guard it. So Yah has destined that Adam, mankind, have authority and dominion to operate in his behalf in the earth. It's not as if man has suddenly become the landowner. He is, in fact, a worker who leases the land, in a manner of speaking, or who is assigned authority over a particular place, but it's in behalf of the one who owns the earth. The earth is mine, Yah says, the world and all therein. So Yah has picked out of all the places created on the earth, and no one's seen, we're not aware that anyone has seen any other portion of the earth, and the earth must have been exquisite and incredibly beautiful in all aspects at that time. But of all the places available, Yah chose Eden as the location for Adam, and then Hava, or Eve, with him. It says that he put him there in the garden to work it. Adam was not just laying around and eating fruit all day. He had a job to do. There was the job of tending, pruning, gardening the garden. And then it says also to guard it. Here we have a clue. Guard it means that there might be something to be guarded against, or perhaps we would better understand one to be guarded against. How did the serpent end up in the garden? Somebody let him in, or someone, hint, hint, failed to guard it appropriately enough that the serpent was not allowed to enter in. Maybe that's more about tomorrow. So when Yah puts you somewhere, when he assigns you, it is there you are to work, but also to guard. In my and Laura's personal case, Yah has given to us Gloucester, in particular, House of David, and further reaching out further, the remnant of Israel ministry that is online. And it is ours, not that we own it, but rather he has granted us permission to work it in his behalf. Therefore, I am to work in the field assigned to me, and I am also to guard it. It's not enough just to prepare something to speak, or craft a song to sing, or come up with something for a video, but rather Yah is saying, I want you to cultivate life. I want you to sow the seed. I want you to till it from the ground. I want you to raise it up and prune it. I want you to bring life out of the ground for me. The ground, the soil, is the ministry that he's entrusted to us. It's also our family. It's also our marital relationship. It's also a community that we are in. There's so much to be done and so much work to be done, but it's also the idea of guarding. How do we guard? Well, we declare the boundaries of Yah, and we enforce and maintain those boundaries. We set up the gates of his authority through prayer and intercessions and fastings and declarations of truth, and the not hiding the light, but exhibiting the light of Messiah. So again, where he puts you, he assigns you, he guards you, you are to guard, and you are to protect what is his. We guard our dominion, the place of authority. And by doing that, we need to put on the armor of Yahweh, the armor of light, and we need to hold the sword in our hand and shield in the other, and be prepared even for spiritual warfare. But there is also another aspect of this. When Adam was in the garden, he was working by walking through the garden. So he wasn't just standing in one place. This is interesting in that chapter 13 of Bereshit, or Genesis, and verse 17, Abraham was told, "Arise, walk in the land through its length and its width, for I give it to you." Well, Yah could have just said, "Here, the land is yours," but no, he said, "Walk through it." There is this principle then that where your foot treads, and treading is different than walking, but where you tread with your foot, that is, you walk in authority, you are claiming ownership. In Middle Eastern culture, there is something significant about the bottom of the foot. Many of you may remember when Saddam Hussein was overcome, we'll use that term, and American forces went in and they went into Iraq. They toppled the statue of Saddam Hussein. The people were taking their shoes off, going up and hitting the statue with the bottom of their shoe. That is, they're claiming authority. Psalms 44:5 says, "Though through you we push out our enemies, through your name we tread down those who rise up against us." Again in Psalm 60 and verse 12, "In Elohim we do mightily, and he treads down our adversaries." Here's an interesting verse. Yeshua said to his disciples in Luke 10, verse 19, he said, "See, I give you authority to trample, tread down on serpents and scorpions, demonic entities, and over all the power of the enemy, and none shall it all harm you." What is he doing? He is giving these people a specified realm to walk in, and then giving them his authority to walk, to tread down, to overcome those who resist him. It's also, interesting that the Levitical priest walked in the temple complex or in the tabernacle complex, as the case may be, but they did so barefooted. They're walking in, but not treading in. There are no shoes on their feet. They're not there to walk in their own authority, but they are there barefooted to walk before the Most High, signifying we are in servitude to you. So there is a time and a calling to walk in the authority that has been entrusted to us, the dominion that has been given to us. Shoes on our feet, we walk in the land of that which is resistant, that which has been promised to us, to obtain it, to possess it, to conquer it if necessary, to declare the mastery of the Most High in that area. And then once taken, we are required to guard it and to keep it. We're not taking land only to retreat and have to take it again. At least that's not supposed to be the case. However, how about those occasions where Yah says, "Take your shoes off"? Moshe, you're standing on set-apart ground. Remove your shoes. Yehoshua goes into the land and encounters the captain of the host, Yahweh Sabaoth, and he is told, "Take off your shoes." There is a significance then of walking where we are assigned in authority and in power and in unction. But when we encounter the Most High, we stand in his authority in that place, and there is no other authority to rise up against him. So it's not as though we can say, "You gave me authority and it's mine and I'm going to use it," as if we are commissioned then to abuse his authority for our own designs and purposes. Yah has called us to walk in such a way as to honor him and to signify the glory of his name. When we encounter him, when we step into his presence, it's time to take those conquering shoes off and realize we are subservient, we are obedient, we are humbled, and we are submissive submissive, to you, our King. We'll talk more about this Torah portion tomorrow. Until then, shalom.